Okay.
Hi, it's Todd Von Dijk from Aphasia Access, just taking a minute to tell you a little bit more about our white paper on the state of aphasia that's coming out in the fall. I've got Nina Simmons-Mackie here, who is the principal investigator on this research report, to tell us a little bit more about what's coming. Hi, Nina.
Hi, Todd.
How about this? Why don't you tell us about the research project and kind of how it all got started?
Well, a while back, we talked about the fact that there's so many aspects of aphasia. It's such a complex disorder, and the services are so complex, and there's really not a source that we can go to, a single source that brings everything that's important together in one place. And basically, a white paper is supposed to be an authoritative report on something complex. So that seemed like a really good approach to looking in more depth at aphasia. And so we launched into this project trying to look at all the key elements of aphasia, really not so much just from an information source, but more from where is aphasia, the state of aphasia now, where do we need to move to for aphasia services, and so the white paper was the result.
So, what can folks find when they get their copy in the fall?
Well, they'll find a lot more than they expect because most white papers are short, and this is massive.
So you wrote long.
Yeah.
All right.
So it really is probably like a collection of white papers because it addresses several key areas like the frequency of aphasia in North America, the demographics of aphasia, and not just stroke, but other etiologies of aphasia also. It talks about the impact of aphasia across all kinds of topics like mood and social isolation and employment. Lots of different things, and communication access for aphasia and other communication disabilities, and then kind of ends up with the current state of services for aphasia and where the gaps are.
So it seems like the white paper at the end of the day will have a lot of utility in a lot of different situations. Is that fair?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think it's going to bring together from all different sources, not just the aphasia literature, but lots of other literatures like, public health and psychology and things like that. And so it can be used by researchers or grant writers or students looking for questions and that whole beginning part of grants, the introduction. It can be used by healthcare providers to advocate for services. I think it'll be incredibly useful for policymakers and administrators because it'll kind of bring to life why changes are needed, not just what changes. I think it'll be useful for people living with aphasia because they'll see what's possible.
Tell us one surprise that you got in putting the paper together.
Oh gosh, I had so many surprises. I learned a huge amount. I think the biggest surprises were things tying aphasia to other literature. Like I think the literature on social isolation was fascinating, saying that social isolation is more of a risk factor for public health than things like obesity, smoking, things like that. There were just so many little tidbits that I think if you're talking to, say, an administrator, you can throw out there that kind of catches people's attention.
Very cool. Well, thanks for that background. I know our timing for the white paper for anyone interested is that it should be available in the fall. We believe in September sometime. You can keep checking back to the website, or you can drop us an email at info@aphasiaaccess.org, and we'll make sure you're among the first to know about when the paper's available. And if you go to our website, www.aphasiaaccess.org/state of aphasia, which you might already be on right now if you're watching this video, or you may not be depending on if it's on Facebook or wherever. we've got some of the tidbits on the webpage already, kind of teasing out some of the more interesting findings that Nina and her colleagues who were on a bit of an advisory board as we created this, as they created this research paper, came up with. So we hope you'll check out www.aphasiaaccess.org/state of aphasia periodically for a little bit more as we get closer to releasing this white paper that really will go beyond the baseline metrics that we've heard about forever and are important to really transformative data sets and transformative information that can influence and give voice to those with aphasia and give voice to those who support those with aphasia at the important tables in hospitals, insurance companies, government agencies, and the like. This is Todd Von Dijk from Aphasia Access with the nodding Nina Simmons-Mackie saying we're thrilled to have been able to share with you a little bit about the upcoming Aphasia Access State of Aphasia white paper, and we'll talk to you soon.